The following program is rated mature. It may contain strong, coarse language, violence, and other mature content not appropriate for children under 17. The views expressed in this program may not represent those of this cable station or its employees.
It's 9 o'clock on a Friday night, so grab a seat and you just might see something really great. You've got the time, it's not too late to watch a show that will give you laughs and chills and thrills. There's nothing that they haven't tried, 'cause everything tastes great when it's deep fried. So lock your doors and sit right down. There is no better place to go, 'cause it's time for the Not So Late Show.
Note to self,
Yeah.
no matter how delicious they are, never eat dry cookies on TV when you're starting to try to talk.
Don't ever eat dry cookies when you're running away from the clock.
Yeah,
That's what he said?
something like that.
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Well, you know what I like to say?
Welcome to the Waffle Nation.
Hi, Mom!
Mazel tov.
Yay!
That's what I heard.
Waffle Nation. How are you, Pop?
Huh? No, I don't have any cats right now.
How are you, Lieutenant?
The UPN I don't think exists anymore.
Does that exist?
Hey, Jay, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Good to hear.
Wait, what just happened?
Oh no, saliva. Anyways, how are you? We had a. You were out sick last week. Jay was on.
I was out sick.
Jay was on fire, or his ass was on fire, or something was on fire.
Oh.
So we ended up having to run a tape show last week.
That
But
reminds me. Hold on. Doug!
What?
Guess what?
What?
Your birthday's canceled again!
Oh, by the way, happy belated birthday from last week.
Yeah, something like that.
You're right.
I know I'm right. I'm always right.
You're right.
Nah.
Well, are you?
No.
You're right. I botched it, buddy.
you know what you need to do, Doug?
Only the 9th year in a row.
You need to change your birthday so it falls on like St. Patty's Day. So like when he celebrates St. Patty's Day, you're like, oh, you remembered my birthday. I am Irish.
Yeah. Yes. Good call.
So let's start celebrating it on St. Patty's Day.
What the price is.
Fine idea.
It's a fine idea.
It gets harder than concrete.
I probably would.
When is your birthday?
It's only 33 ounces.
Blaspheme. How could you?
2 pounds.
Uh,
It
October 6th.
Don't you mean
Oh, yeah.
Apollo
Yeah, yeah.
Anton
I didn't know
Ono's birthday?
It's
never
Apollo
knew it existed.
Antonoto's birthday?
And Wagner?
How much is that? Like one post, $30?
All right, Jay, when's Doug's birthday?
May 22nd.
All right, what holiday is May 22nd?
Doug's birthday.
What national,
Easter.
what global holiday?
Doug's birthday.
All right, hold on. Holiday, not holiday. Holiday, although I wait for the holiday day.
Okay, Google.
Calendar.
What holiday falls on May 22nd?
It's National Bratwurst Day.
No, not 26th. 22nd.
Hey, that's Freya's birthday. Woo!
Wait,
She's 26.
oh, okay. Were you trying to time that or what?
I was. She was supposed to be the 22nd. Boo! She
Shenanigans.
was trying to time it.
You were like, that way all their presents can go to me.
Yeah.
Daddy got you a doll, and Daddy got Daddy a TV.
No identity of your own.
May 22nd, 2017 was Accounting Day, Bitcoin Pizza Day, Canadian Immigrants Day, Harvey Milk Day, International Day of Biological Diversity.
It's Harvey Milk's birthday, too.
Yeah,
But that's sad.
that is.
I like milk.
That's appropriate for your birthday. No. Does everyone go and dress as Harvey Milk or something? I mean, what are we doing there?
It is Buddha Day this year.
Oh.
Oh, all right.
Good one. All right.
Was it Buddha Day every year?
No, I think just this time.
You know what one of the passages in Buddhism is, right? Sometimes the
It's
act...
usually hummus and sometimes famine, so often nothing is passed.
Oh.
I like that.
Thank you.
We have National Maritime Day, National Vanilla Pudding Day,
When's that?
and World Goth on Doug's birthday this year,
Ooh,
and World Goth Day.
Is it a Friday?
Oh, it is World God. That's right. I forgot about World God Day.
How can you forget about World Goth Day?
That's right. All right.
You're fired.
So now you can just dress in all black and just
And
eat
like
pudding.
eyeshadow.
How can World Goth Day and Vanilla Pudding Day be on the same day?
Because Doug is the gothest vanilla person we know.
There you go.
That is true.
Yeah.
Is it, what day is it? Is it a Friday?
World Goth Day it is.
I don't know. I can look that up. Here are holidays that fall in the week of the 22nd.
Okay.
Sounds like National Week of.
Right?
It's National EMS Week, Emergency Medical Services.
Doug, you planning on having a heart attack or some other
Yeah,
medical emergency during that week?
after the pudding.
All right.
Do that.
Healthy and Safe Swimming Week, National African Violet Week.
That's you.
He is our little
We've
national.
always said you're our.
He loves the band Africa.
Well, yeah, and he's a shrinking violet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah.
National Backyard Games Week, National Heritage Breeds Week, National Hurricane Preparedness Week,
Oh.
National New Friends Old Friends Week, National Safe Boating Week, National Stationery Week.
Okay.
I don't know if that means you just don't move or if you write on things.
They're like paper industry. Like we still exist.
National Unicycle Week,
We're a thing.
Uh-huh.
Older Americans Mental Health Week,
Oh, I thought these were Biscoff. Oh, they are Biscoffs.
Oh.
Biscoff. Ramadan, and World Trade Week.
And World what week?
Trade. That's where I say I'll trade you the world.
Where's my non-Delta branded Biscoff?
Yeah.
I want one.
Wow, that absorbs the coffee in like 2 seconds.
Yes, it does. I'm breaking out some watered down iced tea.
You know what? One of my friends at work, he was going to Florida. And
Florida.
Yeah. And he said, I've never flown before. And I said, who are you flying? And he said, Delta. And I said, all right.
Get the Biscoff.
When they come by, get the Biscoff,
And
the hot cocoa.
no,
I do the hot cocoa.
wrong answer.
Why?
Apple juice. Apple cinnamon.
Oh, that's right.
You get hot cocoa?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
All right. I don't think they have like they're like coffee. I've heard of them be like coffee tea. I've never heard them go hot cocoa.
Well, it's the winter. I don't know.
I don't think they have hot cocoa.
Well,
on the
then he's
plane.
going to be severely disappointed.
He is. Hopefully he gets the apple juice. Hopefully he wisens up on his own and gets the apple juice and dunks the Biscoff in the apple juice.
Or even with coffee.
That too.
It's good.
It's good in coffee too. By the way, the most dangerous product on Amazon right now, Biscoff
Your mom,
butter.
they make Biscoff butter.
Biscoff. They make Biscoff butter. It's like comes in like a peanut butter jar, except it's like someone took like that and
Butterized it.
put it in a blender with some butter. And it's
So you get like a cinnamon butter.
yeah, except it's more Biscoff. It's like cookie dough,
Okay.
and it's really like I swear like I bought this, and the Biscoff butter never touched anything else but a spoon in my mouth. Those are the only two other locations it reached.
So you were spooning out butter and just gulp, gulp.
I'm not proud of this, okay? But this is how it went down.
The good news for you is
And then out.
I can't even laugh this show.
Why?
Because if I laugh, I'm going to hack up a lung.
Hork.
Yeah. So all you're gonna do
Damn it.
is get a little chuckle and maybe a smile. It's just,
That's basically what our normal audience reaction is. A
No,
chuckle and maybe a smile.
maybe.
Maybe not even a chuckle. Right, Chuckles? There you go. See? There you go. Yeah. Freaking Odo laugh. Anyways. That one? All right, fine.
Oh, I picked up what you threw
Thank you,
down.
thank you. So, other than being sick, what did you do?
No, I want to talk about being sick
Okay.
because
I'm trying to figure out how I dunk these in
2 weeks
iced tea
ago
now.
I said to Brittany, I said I think I'm actually coming down with something.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that I should see you in case I am actually getting sick. And I laid in bed for about a day. I was sore, and then I was fine the next day.
Uh-huh.
And
And then you went to work, and you worked 13 hours.
then I worked on Monday, Tuesday, started coughing, and then on Wednesday I started coughing a little bit more, and I was like, oh man, and then I didn't sleep all Wednesday night.
That's not a good sign.
Thursday I woke up and I was like, okay, just tough it out. You'll sleep good tonight. Nope, didn't sleep
Careful.
good. Didn't sleep good on Thursday night. Went into work on Friday,
No.
and no, that's definitely not as good. I can tell you.
Not as good, but it's still good.
I went into work. No more than 30 minutes of me being in work, my manager IMs me and says, "Don't take this the wrong way, but we may not want you here today. And I said, you're sending me home? I said, can I at least work so I don't have to get taken to current? She's like, yeah, you can work, but not here. So I worked from home on Friday, and then I slept. And then on Saturday, I said, I think I'm feeling a little bit better, but I'm still pretty sick at this point. So Brittany says, well, I'm having a coworker's going away party up at the vineyard.
Hey, but it's one I don't really like. Can you come over?
You should. No, we said you should come up. And
Right.
I said, I will try. I will do my best. We got up.
That's true love. How are you feeling? I feel awful. Come on over.
I've never had a fever before.
Oh, I have. It's usually from work cowbell.
But I walked into the place and I was like, all right, I'm freezing, but I'm sweating.
You're freezing your butt?
I don't know what's going on. And Brittany looked at me and she said, here are the keys. I'm sorry. You can go. And I'm like, and I looked
You
at
are released.
I said, I look that bad? She's like, you don't look good. I'm like, all right, you just tell me when you need me to come pick you up. She's like, I'll get a ride.
Wow,
I'm like,
all right.
I'm like, oh, God.
And then they set up. You know what I'm convinced that we need is, you know how they have those like cockroach and like ant like canister like bombs you set off in your
Yep.
house, and you got to take all your dishes out and all that other stuff. They need one of those for Lysol. Like
Set that off in my entire house right now.
after you've been sick or something like that, you just set it off in the bedroom. Just leave it for a day. Come back, everything smells like lemon.
Yep.
And just there's a little bit like everything's a little bit damp, but at least it's disinfected.
Little chemically, but
Yeah.
but you know what? No flu.
Yeah, exactly.
Kills 99.9% of all the germs, and if it leaves a spider...
Actually, Lysol's kind of bad because they do use like disinfectant and it creates antibiotic resistance. So what you should really use is like a hydrogen peroxide mister.
Okay.
Mister.
Hey, miss.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll get one of those timed like Glade air freshener things. It goes
Yeah.
and I'll set it to its lowest setting.
Yep.
And you like hydrogen peroxide in the can, like pressurize
Well, you
it.
don't want to be in there when you do it. It's highly toxic and enough.
Well, I would leave
Well, that's good.
and just like let it go like all day. Every 9 minutes, just peroxide my room, the living room, everything. Dog. Listen, if you've ever seen what a dog does when it gets some hydrogen peroxide in it, it's amazing.
Is it like a volcano?
Yeah, it just kind of
Foams
throws
at the
up.
mouth. Yeah. It dies. Yeah.
No, actually, you're supposed to give them a little bit of peroxide when they eat chocolate, like when they eat a lot of chocolate.
Really?
It makes them vomit. So, but it's hard to get them to because it doesn't taste good.
Right.
But yeah, if you basically shove it down their throat, they're gonna throw up all the chocolate.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That's
it's like
interesting.
think of it Epicec for
Okay,
a dog.
Epicec doesn't work for dogs?
I don't know, but I would be
Maybe it's worse for them than chocolate.
because the dog might like swat the Epicec down because I think doesn't it taste like syrup?
Tastes like maple syrup.
Yeah, I think that they would like that too much,
Okay.
and they probably knock the bottle out of your hand and start licking it up. You'd be like, oh no,
Outside.
Yeah.
Outside.
this is bad.
This is not gonna be
This is
good. This is not gonna be good. So that sounds like a brutal week. You do anything else?
Healed and packed.
Oh, by
Packed
the way,
a lot.
I'm gonna do a public service now. Now I want to.
What? You've been hiding those.
I have.
Uh huh.
I want to thank Jay's significant other
Jay.
He says you're welcome.
and who got these at Target.
While they had them,
Are they gone now?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I might go there later. I want to teach you the proper way to eat Tim Tams.
Okay.
All right. So
With
these.
your mouth.
By the way, well, while you're doing that, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Did you order Girl Scout cookies?
I didn't.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thin Mints.
Nice.
I only like Thin Mints. I like them all, but
What about the peanut butter ones?
you only get like 5 in the whole box.
That is true. So
And it's like, oh, I just ate a whole box of cookies.
these are equivalently like I like the dark chocolate ones myself. Those are my favorite. These are like chocolate covered Oreos if the cream in the center was also chocolate
Okay.
and it's a dark chocolate covering. So you remove one. Now your next step.
Do I have SARS now?
You do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Your next step is to
No.
is to very carefully
Yeah.
bite tiny part off of one corner. Oh no. and then go to the opposite corner and do the same thing. Now I prefer milk. Coffee will work just fine. I'm not going to
Am I
really do
dunking
iced
the
tea.
whole thing in?
No,
It's
but you're
hot
using
coffee.
it as a straw for the coffee.
Are
Trust-
we all doing this out of my one coffee?
No.
We'll just watch
you're-
you.
We'll watch
You're
you.
all gonna die.
Yeah, we'll all watch you. So you're going to use that as a straw out of your coffee. Okay.
It actually worked.
It worked. All right.
Oh my god, it's melting.
Now it's perfectly saturated. Now eat the cookie.
Ah,
Huh?
that's really good.
It's like a chocolate-covered Oreo with its own perfect liquid delivery system to the cookie.
That's amazing.
I know, right? Where have you been all my life? New Zealand and Australia, that's where. Now it's at Target. Finally a reason to actually go there.
I was like, it's like my fingers were like, oh no, they're closing, they're closing, they're
Uh-huh.
closing, and you're like, and you eat the whole thing. I'm like, how? Oh,
Oh, by the way, the Biscoff and the Tim Tam are right next to each other on the shelf.
Are they really?
Yes.
Also dangerous for me.
Right?
Pat, you want to try that again? Jay, you want to try that again?
but I mean, Jay just
What,
ate
eating
it.
a cookie?
Yeah. I believe in you.
Yeah, let me try that again.
I believe in you.
No, but
A little corn, a little bit of corn. Straw that sucker up. The key is not to make it too big, because otherwise it makes it too hard to be used as a straw. Right?
Really good.
Yeah. I learned that
from a wise old man.
from an Australian while hiking the backwoods of New Zealand.
And he just told you this?
Well, yeah, because I was basically extolling my love for my newfound favorite cookie, the Tim Tam. And they were like, oh, yeah, so you know how to eat those, right? You bite off the corners. I'm like, what is this of what you speak?
Yeah.
And then they informed me that because up until that point, I had basically also been living off of Puhoi chocolate milk, P-U-H-O-I. I think
Yep.
I've talked about it at length on the show and how this is the best chocolate milk in the world.
The world. Yeah.
The world. I've had chocolate milk in many places. Bar none, the best. Game over.
Okay.
So I feel like I had so much cookie intake and so much milk intake, and that there were just so many missed opportunities in all of that. That just felt like I was like, damn it.
Well, did you go back to get some chocolate milk and Tim Tams?
Hell yes, I did.
There you go.
Well, I mean, it was after hiking, but I still had like 2 more days of like hiking, which was amazing. But all the while, I'm like, dreaming of Tim Tams and chocolate milk, and it was worth the wait.
So you were just hiking for the
Well, no, I was
end
hiking
goal.
anyways, but
You were hiking for the end goal of Tim Tams.
Well, there's that too, but yeah, but that was like one of the first stops we did after was to go buy Tim Tams and chocolate milk. It was worth it.
Okay.
Yep. So
Good.
there you go. Jay, what'd you do this past couple weeks?
Went to work.
Woo woo.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
I went home after work.
That's crazy.
It's amazing. Wow.
Did you play any games?
Yeah.
No,
Pet any dogs?
I did.
Pet any kids?
Not while their parents were looking.
Okay. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. Well, that sounds like fun.
What'd you do, Brad?
I went to Florida and I watched the Falcon Heavy launch in person.
Yeah, we talked about that last 2 weeks ago, didn't we?
He was going then.
I was going then.
Oh.
I have now gone, and I can now report that was one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah, the rocket blew up, right?
No.
Yeah,
No.
no, blew up.
Yes.
See? And then it went.
I'd high five, but you're sick and that wasn't.
You already counted.
That was sick.
Yeah, except what Brad doesn't. Hold on. What Brad doesn't know is he already counted it with me once.
He did. I was just thinking of that actually.
They sigh. Anyways, so yeah, I went to the Falcon Heavy launch. I had speculatively paid for essentially like the package there to go like, buffet and all that, get as close as you possibly can. And it was amazing because, it was getting like pushed to like the end of the launch window and everything. It was originally like 1:30 to 4 o'clock, and it was like, getting at like 3:45 for the launch, and we're all like waiting around, and like Bill Nye's there, and
Wait, did you actually meet him?
not in person. Not in person. I was too busy like manning my camera gear, getting everything ready. He was over like 100 feet away, just talking to crowds and stuff.
Okay.
It's like I like Bill Nye, but I'm not like fanboy. Cool.
No, but it would have been really cool to meet him. Be like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah. Yeah. I like Bill Nye. Cool dude.
Yeah.
Cool dude, but I don't get fanboy over really
People.
anyone. Yeah.
I think, but there's somebody you go fanboy over. John Leguizamo.
No.
John Stamos.
Yeah. No.
Danny Tanner.
No.
The Rock.
No.
Marky Mark.
Absolutely not.
Dean Cain.
Dean Cain.
Maybe. I do have an affinity for the 90s, and it's stupid ass shows.
It's, what is it? Lois and Clark?
Yeah.
The New Adventures.
The New Adventures of Superman. No.
Kevin Sorbo.
No.
Lucy Lawless.
No.
The girl who played the other girl in the show. I don't know the names.
No one does.
No. Oh. I'm sure.
What's
Gabrielle.
Yeah,
Gabrielle?
but that was her character name, not her the actual actress.
What was Hercules' sidekick name?
Hercules' sidekick's name?
Yeah.
Not Sam Raimi's brother.
No, you're right. That wasn't Sam Raimi's brother.
Bob.
It was Aeolus.
They forgot the leg. Legioles.
Legioles.
Yeah. No, wait, that's not it.
Ian McKellen. Patrick Stewart.
I think it would be cool to meet him, but
What if it was Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart?
all right, I might get a little fanboy.
Yeah.
a little bit,
A little bit,
A
yeah.
little bit.
See, the thing of it is, the thing I've gotten very good at is I'm lucky in that in my career I've gotten to meet people, so that is well contained.
Okay.
Like, it would take a lot to like really get me to like anywhere near fanboy. Like I
See, I would have thought that Adam Savage or something like that would have done it for you, but you were on stage with him.
yeah.
So,
Like I said, like that's someone who I think is a really cool person. Like, this is like one of the few people like I follow on Twitter, and who I think does really cool TV. It's involved in science and all that, but like can play it cool.
Jay,
It's a skill.
is there anybody that you would go fanboy over?
Cashier from Stop and Shop.
All right,
The cash me out here person.
cash me out here. How about you? Like, is there a long list? Is it a short list? Is it basically anyone from Lord of the Rings?
I was gonna say anybody.
Like, literally, like,
if I-
meanwhile, like, Pat, like, goes on a trip somewhere. He's, like, out in L.A., like, you were background actor number 4!
No. If I were to meet them now, I honestly don't know if I can name them all now because there's the 9 of them.
Sure.
But I'm gonna do my best.
Okay.
If I happen to meet Elijah Wood, Dominic Monaghan, Sean Astin, Billy Boyd, those are the Hobbits. Ian McKellen, Viggo Mortensen, John Rhys Davies, Orlando Bloom, and Sean Bean. If I met any of them,
All of them.
I'd probably go fanboy.
Would you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, do it.
Sean Bean, really?
Yeah, not.
Yeah,
not
because
happening today.
I'd be worried for his life because he like dies anytime anybody sees him. Oh look, he's in Game of Thrones. Oh, his head's chopped off.
Don't tell me I haven't gotten that far yet. God damn it.
He lived in Flight Plan.
It was like 3 episodes in.
I haven't gotten that far.
No, it was Flight Plan.
I don't
Well, it's
care.
ours
This,
to do
Aw.
the
You knew I was watching it.
He lived in Ronin. He wussed out early.
okay. He's lived in like 3 movies.
And Flight Plan. Flight Plan he lived. Somebody's got to fly the plane.
I guess.
Hey, that's what they said in the movie.
That what? When they greenlit that movie? I guess.
Again.
Yeah.
But no, he died. I'd be worried for his life.
Sure. So you would go. So anyone from the Lord of the Rings, like the 9 there. Anyone else?
No.
Really now?
Meeting anybody else is just kind of they're a person. Like if I were to meet the Adam Savages or anything like that, I'd have a million questions for them, but I'd be like, you were just a really cool person.
I think if you start going, I have a million questions for you, that's a little bit fanboy.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there would be a lot of questions that I would have in my head, but I wouldn't be like word vomiting them out.
Sure.
Like I might throw one or two out if I had the like a dinner with them or something like that.
Right.
But honestly, if it was like somebody like Adam Savage, who I've watched a lot of, like basically Untested, his one day builds, all of MythBusters, obviously, I'd probably just say what's like the most important thing he's ever learned, and I already know the answer to that, and it's to take notes.
Always weld. Always weld first, ask questions later.
No, always bring a notebook.
That too.
Because it's not science until you're writing something down.
Remember, if you failed, do it twice more so you have a more complete data set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
exactly. Yeah.
It's like I think I know what he would say.
Yeah.
But I think he'd just be a really cool person to talk to.
There you go.
Well.
What about anyone from the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah, okay, if I met Chris Evans, I'd probably just die because he's Captain America.
Okay, what about...
but it wouldn't be because, like, oh my god, you're like... I'd be like, that's fucking Captain America, right there.
Sure, what about Tony Stark?
Robert Downey Jr.?
Robert Downey Jr., yeah.
I think he'd just be really cool to talk to.
Yeah, all right.
You know, and I wouldn't be like that dick interviewer that, you know...
Sure.
Where's Robert Downey Sr.?
His dad?
Yeah.
No, where is he? Okay.
Somewhere over there.
Somewhere out in California?
He's not
Either
here.
dead or alive?
He's not here.
One of the two?
Yeah.
Probably.
Dead or alive? Yeah, probably one of the two.
One of the two, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Pretty safe bet there.
Yeah, that's a good
He's
bet.
not an undead.
Yeah.
Is that a zombie?
Doug, how about you? Anyone who you would go absolutely fanboy over?
Oh, yeah, he loves Flacco. And he's huge into the grunk.
I'm sure just about anybody.
Really?
Yeah, he goes fanboy when I walk in.
I'm trying to think of somebody. I'm sure
That's
just
true,
about
he does.
anybody.
Here's the thing, like, Doug would go up and he'd ask a bunch of questions, but it wouldn't be, like, because he's a fanboy, it's just because that's what Doug does.
Yeah.
Like, he'll go up to, like, someone who's, like, selling, like, raccoon pelts on the street and be like, just start asking a bunch of questions.
Oh my god, this is so cool. How did you get those?
Yeah.
I asked Doug about his favorite soccer player.
Doug, who's your favorite soccer player?
Who is my favorite soccer player? What soccer story that you had? What soccer? Oh, right. That's right. I forgot about
Is
that.
this are you going to do that for another sports scene, telling us about your favorite soccer
I'll
player?
tell you about that in
All right.
Because it's long.
All right.
Is it
that's what she
Ronaldo?
said.
No.
Is it Messi?
No.
It could be Messi.
Baller. It could be Messi, though, yes.
Yeah.
Messi's pretty
It was who?
Oh, Jurgen Klinsmann.
Oh, what, the USA soccer coach?
Former coach who was a former star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
Basically, I saw him but didn't know it and lived to regret it.
Oh.
I was like, oh, hey, pal, get out of my way. And then later I was like,
Were you?
No!
So that's like you running into Chris Evans and be like, move.
Move, please.
Move.
Yeah.
I need to shit.
Need to shit, move. I almost did. Oh, God. I was in...
Blocking the buffet.
When you pee next to the rock, we know.
Well, no. When I was like on my way back to the hotel where I was staying when I was in Florida, where I was actually coming back. I was coming back from one of the Disney parks that night. So another night I was there. Because I spent a couple more nights just in case, the rocket got delayed.
Yep.
So like I was like, I don't know, less than a mile away, but I'm like, have to poo now. So I'm like so fortunate, like found like a Walmart, and those bathrooms are always up front there usually.
And they're always dirty as fuck.
Not terrible usually.
Well.
So like I race inside and like both stalls are occupied with like one person in front of me. And then like meanwhile like it's like one of the handicap stalls.
Yep.
And then whoever is in there is I just hear like whoosh. There's a sink in there. They're washing their hands.
Yep.
And I hear whoosh. And I'm like ready to like kick down the door.
Oh, God.
I'm like, you have like you're washing your hands the second time. Like I'm gonna have to murder you now. Like there's they're gonna be like, someone from Connecticut murdered a random man in Florida.
A random man in a wheelchair.
Yeah, no, it was a kid.
Oh.
Yeah, well. Anyways,
Random kid was found
in a Florida bathroom,
ejected into a
Florida,
ceiling.
in a Florida bathroom. There was diarrhea everywhere.
So you made it.
Barely. It was a photo finish. It was basically, you know how like some muscles release as you're sitting down? It was like, make sure you get that aim right on the way down, otherwise this is going to be bad sort of photo finishes.
You'd eyeballed it on the way down. Oh.
Yeah, that's basically it. You're like, don't go so fast that you catch up to it.
It's all about trajectories.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking about the rocket dynamics of that thing going up in space. You think of the dynamics of me just taking a shit the next day.
So you're figuring out
Equally complicated.
how much force you needed to push it out,
right?
So that it's going fast enough, so you're not going to have to touch it.
Right, exactly.
By the way,
but also you have to minimize splash damage.
Right.
So it was very complex math. Like SpaceX, like
did
simulations
you write it
on
down?
there. I did.
Twice.
Right.
Three times.
I think I wiped at least 6 times.
Okay.
That counts as writing it down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's recording data on paper. Recording data on paper.
I mean, technically.
That's what I call my poops data.
It's my poops binary.
Yeah. But you also have like SpaceX is like, you know, rocket bell dynamics and their forces exerted on that, all that stuff. Nothing compared to what I went through the next day.
No. I make a bet it was nothing.
I'm just saying. So that was something.
So you flew down to Florida?
I did, yes.
And then how long were you down there?
I flew down like Monday night.
Yep.
Launch was on Tuesday. Went to Disney parks Wednesday, Thursday, out Friday morning.
All right.
So there you go. It was good though.
I didn't get an invite.
Me either. No. All I knew is I went to Facebook, and some fucker just started posting pictures of food everywhere.
Ooh, piece
It
of
was
candy.
crepes and
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, no,
Mister, I'm gonna flood my friends' Facebooks with food.
I accepted.
You know what I did? I said, "Fuck you! I'm having peanut butter Cheerios."
And then you threw it up.
No, it was good.
I ate my
Not
way
nearly
around
as good as
Epcot.
Yeah, and
I think I spent $130 that day or something.
how much did you eat?
I ate at every country. Every country. There's 12 countries.
I don't know.
The whole world.
After 5, it was no longer fun. Then it was a challenge. But I
Did
did
you eat the whole thing?
Maybe. Thankfully, they were like smallish dishes.
That's what they looked like. They were smaller, but
Yeah, they're like you know, like how you have like those like multi-course dinners, like where
Right.
they're like, you know, like
Here's
a
this,
12-course tasting menu or something like that.
right. But by the 11th thing, even though they're really small, you're just like, oh.
You're like, kill me. And they were all very good. In case you were wondering, the beef short ribs on pureed turnip with broccoli rabe at Germany was the best.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
How about that? Reverse psychology.
That don't make me laugh.
It worked. It totally worked.
Jay, did you see what he did?
Plausible deniability.
Okay, well, I'll describe it.
We don't have to. We all saw
He
it.
took a whole mouthful of Snapple since he couldn't suck it out. He spit it into the jar so that the Snapple filled up as he spit into that thing. And he's like, there, right, reverse filled it. And then he just ate it. It was in your mouth already.
King of the world. No? No, not
No.
king of the world. There we go. All right, anyways.
Anyway,
All right.
so Germany was the best.
It was. The next important part of the show, ready? We have to go through Doug's prop bets, which I have here on my cookie-stained fingers. Right from the home office in Muskogee, Wisconsin. So the bet was, if Doug got all 10 right, I would give him $100.
Which I've kept under lock and key.
In my wallet, which I've spent.
Yeah, you went to Epcot.
Yeah.
You couldn't spend it.
Details.
That was the whole thing. You're like, that's why I have this. I can't spend it.
Well,
He went to the
you'll see why. Anyways, if it was between if Doug got between 5 and 9 right, we would call it a push. If he got less than 5 right, he had to do a sports segment as Dane McShane.
his alter
So-
ego.
We're gonna go through these. So, will Pink forget a word in the national anthem?
She did not.
Doug said no. She did not. One correct. Will any scoring drive take less time than the national anthem? Doug said yes. The answer is yes.
It was 1 minute and 3 seconds,
for
I
two.
believe,
1 minute and 3 seconds was the shortest.
by the Eagles.
Yep. Will the game have overtime? Doug said no. The answer was, of course, no. That's 3 for 3, Doug.
Not bad, you hump.
Outcome of the coin toss. This one could go 50-50. Doug called heads. The answer was heads. All right.
But for note, the referee forgot to ask what they wanted before they almost flipped it.
Yeah,
He's like,
details. Oops.
one of the players is like, you forgot to ask what they want. Or tails. It's like,
Is it
oh
ping?
yeah, heads or tails.
Heads.
4 for 4, Doug. How many times will Brady's age be mentioned during the broadcast? Doug said over 1.5 times. I believe the answer was 47. I'm making that up, but it was well over 1.5.
Wow.
That's 5 for 5, Doug.
That was an easy.
How many times will Robert Kraft be mentioned? You said over 2.5 times.
Right.
It was, I believe, 4.
Okay.
So, 6 for 6. Will Donald Trump be mentioned? Doug said no. The answer is
No,
no.
thankfully.
Okay.
7 for 7.
Okay.
What color will Bill Belichick's shirt be at the start of the game? Doug said gray.
This I think I got wrong.
The answer is blue.
It was a blue-gray, though. I'm just trying to help you, but
We can give him it. It doesn't make a difference.
well, thanks for spoiling
Yeah.
it.
It's correct. It's a push.
It's a push. Yeah.
It's correct.
Now, here's the thing. The choice with the best odds, because this was multiple choice, was blue.
Okay.
So if you had chosen the favorite, you would have gotten it.
Yep. Screwed by Bill Belichick again.
How long will the national anthem last? You said over 2 minutes.
Yep.
It was 1 minute and 50 seconds.
Wow.
The favorite was under 2 minutes. If you had gone with the favorite, you would have gotten it.
Ironically, if she had forgotten a couple of words, it would have gone over 2 minutes.
That's true.
Stumbled and
Yep. And the last, so now you are 7 for 9. The last question. What color will the liquid in the Gatorade be? You said blue with Tide Pods. We'll just say blue. Correct answer and favorite
Yeah.
was yellow.
I thought it was orange.
It was kind of like a lime green yellow. It was basically like a lime green. It was like lime or green or yellow were all lumped in as the favorite.
Okay.
So if you had chosen the favorite from each of those 3,
Yeah.
you would have won. Push.
Whatever change you've got left over from whatever you bought.
Well, I spent it after I knew you didn't get it because I looked at
I looked at Bill
because
Belichick.
I left right after it. I saw the end of the game and I saw them dumping on like yellow. I'm like, wrong. Sucker's mine.
Now I can buy gum.
Now I can buy all the food at Epcot. But that's an impressive showing, Doug. That's a very impressive
I
showing.
really didn't think I did that well. I thought I missed everything.
You did quite well. And if you had chosen the favorites on all of those, you actually would have won.
Dang it.
Well, now you know for next year. Don't go with the favorites because if you do that, it'll all be wrong. There you go.
Gatorade.
Orange Gatorade, yeah.
The orange.
Hey, I said purple.
Go for zebra stripe as a Gatorade next year. It'll be perfect. Yeah.
Gross.
Um.
So gross.
Yeah. Or go. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's, Tim Tam sneaking up on me.
Well, they're not sneaking anywhere.
No, they're not. No. Neither am I. Creak, creak. You're like, it's a concrete floor. I'm like, I know.
I have a pituitary disorder.
Jay, what do we got rolling in tech news? What do you mean? Got a couple weeks.
What did you think of the Solo trailer?
Solo. I haven't
Red
seen it.
Solo.
Really?
I've seen.
I'm indifferent on the whole thing.
I've seen the Incredibles 2 trailer.
I have not.
It looks
That's
like
incredible.
it's incredible.
Really?
Yes.
I want to watch it.
Yeah. Actually, I've seen some short videos that Andrew Stanton has posted on his Twitter from Michael Giancarlo for the Incredibles 2 scoring, which they're doing right now.
Okay, it did have a really good score for the first one.
Yes, they did. And he's doing
Wasn't that it?
Yeah, perfect. Nailed
Probably
it.
did.
Yeah. So they're doing the scoring right now. I think they're finishing soon. Which is
That's cool. When's it supposed to release?
May.
This year?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Well, it's about the right time to do scoring for it. You got, a few months before release.
That is the theme for it.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. It's kind of like, I thought you were doing like James Bond or something mixed with Looney Tunes.
Oh, that's like.
That is, that is.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, Looney Tunes mixed. Yeah, all right, fair enough.
You know who made the best Fantastic Four movie?
No one.
Disney.
Really? Oh, the first one.
The Incredibles.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have
high five, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is true. That's absolutely
But
true. But
with Disney getting Fox,
now they'll have everything.
well, except for Namor and the
What?
Hulk.
What's up with the Hulk? What is that?
I forget. I want to say Universal or somebody. They basically Marvel can't for some reason use the Hulk in his own solo movie. So it's not like they don't want to do it. They physically can't do it without getting this other company involved.
Interesting.
It's weird. And Namor.
I don't know who Namor is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know who Namor is, but I wouldn't expect people to know who Namor is.
Interestingly enough, there was a report that came out.
Mr. Spock and Aquaman had a child. You get Prince Namor.
Yeah, okay.
Got it.
That's,
All right,
that's
fair
pretty
enough.
much it.
Thanks, nerd. No, there was a report that came out that the current Marvel chief, I can't remember his name.
Kevin Feige?
Pearson.
Which
Like
one?
You
Wait,
say Joe Biden?
no.
No, it's like something Pearson.
For Marvel?
Marvel, yeah.
The comics or the movies?
No,
Or the
the
TV.
entire enterprise.
I don't remember his name.
Like Fiji is like the head of like the
Did you
studio.
say
Fuji,
Feige?
Feige, whatever the hell's name is.
I don't know if I'm saying it right either.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with yours. It's like the head of that like studio division, but
Right.
like there's a president
There's a
CEO
head,
of
yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah, he still answers to somebody.
Right. So there's that guy, and he had originally when like the Spider-Man stuff was up for Sony, he sold the rights for $10 million for Spider-Man, but they were so hard up for money at the time. He was like, "You can have all our movie rights for $25 million," and Sony passed, and they're like, "Who wants that?"
They only took Spider-Man.
They only took Spider-Man. Could have been a totally different universe.
Could have been a totally different
Yeah.
universe.
Anyways, Jay, are you prepared for tech news?
No.
No? Should we do sports instead?
Yeah.
Okay, sports. So tech news.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
He's scratching himself. He's buying for time.
Did you know?
Probably not.
Nope.
Well, okay.
And this is
Brad
something
probably did. I probably don't.
This
That's
is something I individually called you about to warn you in case.
Did you tell
No.
Brad not to get any actual Bitcoins?
I did.
Did Brad get Bitcoins?
Probably. Now,
Just data mine forms. Mine.
if you live in this horrible state of Connecticut, there is something
How
called-
horrible is it? Really horrible.
Really
It's really,
horrible.
really bad.
Yeah.
You like taxes? Because the state does.
Well,
Speaking
funny
of
you
wh-
mention that.
Oh,
The state of Connecticut has something called a use tax.
go on.
So basically, you
Wait,
use
can I tell you what it is?
yeah, you use anything in the
No,
state
no,
and
no,
they
no.
tax
That's
you
not
on
it
it.
at all.
All right, fine.
Connecticut's use tax is like
Useless.
we have so many taxes. You used to like being here. Now you get the hell out.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that funny?
No.
It was in 1920.
No, I don't think it was.
Wasn't even that funny then.
No.
Oh,
It was a lot of
Sending the
fun.
boys after you.
Would have thrown it at you.
Anyways.
you know what? You tried.
I used to like living here.
How many years ago?
We used to like you living here.
So,
Yeah.
this use tax basically means, if I understand it correctly, that if you use anything, they can tax you on it. Meaning like the internet. And if you buy anything off the internet, if they don't charge you state tax, they can. Now, fast forward, and the Hartford Courant did a story on this, so I'm just kind of paraphrasing.
It's for
the thing.
realsies.
So the state, in its infinite wisdom, said, we need more tax revenue. What can we do to fuck our residents even more? They're like, I know, this use tax. Let's go after all these internet businesses like
Amazon.
and Newegg and this
Well,
and
Amazon
that.
charges.
Now they do because
Yeah.
they have a distribution center,
Yeah.
but they never used to. Let's go after them and use scary language to say, you haven't been collecting tax from people in our state. So either A, you're going to start doing this, or B, you're going to hand over all your sales records, and we're going to go after them and get all the use tax that they never paid from us.
So it's like, oh, you didn't pay, the taxes on that motherboard you bought 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
So you owe us $35.
So,
Or here's everything that you ever bought online. You owe us $5,000.
basically. So the state of Connecticut sent out all the scary letters to all these huge corporations. There's only one company that actually listened and did what they said, and it was Newegg.
I'm never buying from Newegg again.
Nor am I.
Nope.
Now, with that being said,
Them and Woot.
which is now part of
Why?
Amazon.
Why?
So now you can't buy from Amazon either.
No.
That's going to
Woot
make
screwed me over on a purchase.
What'd they do?
one purchase out of 1,000. He holds a grudge.
Well, then they were real dicks about it too.
They
so
were dicks about it. I'll
they
give
were.
you that. Maybe just caught it one person on a bad day.
Not a-
But regardless, so Newegg said, oh, fuck that. Here you go. Here's all our sales records from 2014 to 2017.
Oh, good.
The state of Connecticut said, excellent. And they sent out lots of letters to lots of residents of Connecticut saying, hey, you bought shit from Newegg and they gave us everything, so you owe us this amount of money. Oh, by the way, there's a fee because you didn't do it, and because you haven't paid it and declared it on your taxes, here's a late fee also.
How'd that go over?
It hasn't gone well because a lot of people have been calling the state saying, what the fuck? And then even more people have been calling Newegg saying,
Eat shit and die.
eat shit and die, first of all, because one, it's like you just handed over all of our records,
Yep.
which I don't even know if you can do that. And two, you didn't even give us a heads up you were doing it. You just went and fucking did it.
Yep.
So it's like, you just blindsided us.
Right.
That's bullshit.
Did you get a bill?
No. But someone I work with did for $151.
I calculated it out. He spent $2,400 on there then.
So you bought a computer from them, basically.
Probably. Yeah.
So it was $151. Plus a $15 fee for not declaring it. Plus a
Plus a late fee.
$15 late fee. So $181 later, now he doesn't have to worry about it.
Dear Connecticut, eat shit and die.
What?
Why are people moving out of here?
I wonder why.
You're taxing them, and you're taxing them on things they never even knew they owed tax on. Oh, and you want to tax people's pensions next, too? Awesome!
No. They don't want to. They are.
They're going... Well, I
Like
thought
already?
Yeah.
Really?
Did they
Yep.
start doing that, too?
Yes, starting January 1st.
Oh, cool. Just
Wow.
another reason to live here. Anyway.
So it's only 6.99%.
Oh, is that all?
It's only 7.
Yeah, you know what other states charge?
Nothing.
0.000%.
Yeah.
Right.
Florida, Texas,
Arizona.
Arizona.
'Cause I know many people have moved to Arizona
Yep.
because they're like, oh, they have...
a lot of states are actually very lenient on it too. Like they'll have low. They'll be like maybe 3, 2.
Right.
But
But it's like, hey, I just worked my
I've
ass
never
off
seen.
until
I've
this age.
never seen one at 7. The highest one I ever saw was 5.
Where was that? California?
No, oddly enough, I think it was like Iowa.
Weird.
But yeah, then they came out with that, and I'm like, oh, that's not gonna go well.
Yeah.
Like that's where I really wish like all of our people that work in Minnesota could answer the calls because they have a slight accent. And
Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that,
no,
don't
but,
you know?
but if they tweak it just a little,
Uh-huh.
it could be Canadian. And then they could be like,
I met a Canadian in
oh,
Florida.
I'm sorry, don't you know? Like
I
they
met a
could be-
Canadian, like, I had to stop from doing this when he started talking. I was like, you're Canadian.
Well, but I mean,
Yeah,
so they,
sure
they
am.
can actually sound sympathetic and
See,
nice.
he's tearing up over it.
I'm just so happy.
Wait, what? How the hell did you do that?
Eye drops.
Eye drops.
Oh,
It's very dry in here, and my contacts were letting me know that.
so you met a real Canadian?
Yes, I did. I met the Canadian and then the French Canadian.
Oh, oui, oui.
Oui. So, that was
You know where I met my first French person?
where?
The fly-in last year,
Ha! Nice.
right?
There you go.
A guy who trained me at my job, he's French Canadian, so he has a slight French accent.
Is that it?
Not-
It's like perfect English, and then he just randomly says,
No, he's French Canadian, so he's
No,
Oh.
think like George St. Pierre, but a little less of the accent.
Okay.
So And he was talking to
Little bit less.
He was talking to a girl, and at the end of the call, I'm like, did she just give you her number? He's like,
no, I already had it on the call sheet.
and he's like, it happens a lot. It's the accent. I'm like, it's French. It's not like, oh my God. He's like,
but it is the accent.
You'd be surprised. And I'm like, oh God, okay.
I can't remember this comedian who did this routine. I think it's a special on Netflix now, and it was talking about like how like accents are weird because like you hear someone talking in the Russian accent,
Right.
sounds very intimidating, but you hear actually like someone talking in Russian.
Yep.
It's not like it's like whatever.
You're like,
You know.
that's not words.
You hear someone talking with the French accent, something like that. Whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever the hell I just did. French accent, you know. Oh, oui, oui. No, that was horrible. And it's like
the only thing that I can say
is the language of love.
Is George St. Pierre's. I'm not impressed with your performance.
That's definitely Quebecois.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like the language of love, but you hear someone talking French, it's just like, meh.
Yeah.
You know, it's like funny how like accents are like immediately like removed from the actual language in terms of how we like view it. But anyways,
Yeah. So if somebody says that, it's compared to what je suis ou vous pas. It doesn't sound. You're like,
Right.
okay,
sure.
I like shortcakes too.
Yeah, strawberries on shortcakes.
Yeah.
Yep. What else is going on, Jay?
I don't know.
I
I was
think
looking
you
at how
do.
much snow's coming tomorrow.
No.
3 to 6.
No.
4 to 8.
Please.
Good for her.
What?
Serious.
We buffer.
Yeah.
I know.
He wore protection.
Yeah. That's what she said.
All right.
Brad likes the padding. There's nothing wrong with it.
More cushion. Never mind. Nope.
More cushion.
Nope.
for the
Nope. Just story.
You have a story about that?
Nope.
So if you have Hulu Live,
I don't.
I don't.
but if you did,
Do you?
you might notice something new.
What's that?
60 frames per second.
Ooh.
Some of their channels are getting the 60 frame bump, only on select channels.
Have they fixed the interface yet?
Probably not.
Nope.
Okay,
Still awful.
Then
Yeah.
don't want it. I am abstaining from Hulu just because the interface is that bad.
So the
But they have
60
the
frame
old
per
bill.
second feature is the most requested feature from Hulu subscribers. The rollout
Because
the rollout,
everywhere else has it.
yeah, the rollout is happening right now. CNN International, because they are very high action there.
Yes, they are.
HLN, I don't even know what that is. That's a home loser.
headline
Yeah.
news.
What's that?
CNN headline news.
Wait, there's
Oh.
news?
Yeah, sure.
TNT, TBS, TCM, which is Turner Classic Movies, True TV, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Showtime, and half of the Fox and all of the NBC affiliates are getting the 60
frames.
FPS.
But don't they have to
treatment.
shoot in 60 frames for it to actually...
That's not important now.
Well, no, pretty much everyone. If you're in HD,
Yeah.
it's 60 frames per second. Unless you're like Turner Classic Movies,
Okay.
displaying it for, at 24 frames per second.
'Cause the movie was
Of
made in
course, you know what they
1940.
didn't do? Any of the sports channels in 60 frames per second,
What
where it
are-
actually matters.
What are movies shot in?
24 frames per second, unless you're Peter Jackson, in which case you're like 48 or bust.
Yeah, I never understood the 48. Why the 48?
Because
He wanted to make you sick while watching.
he wanted to make you sick while watching
It
it.
didn't make me sick. It doesn't even look any different.
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah, it does.
That's it.
Yeah. It removes that whole movie-esque
Blur.
like blur almost to it, so that all of a sudden everything looks a little bit too real. So like all the
More television.
all the fake props look all that much more
Yeah.
fake.
Looks like
Really?
live television.
Yeah, it looks like Doctor Who from 1980s.
I didn't mind the way it looked. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the way it looked.
Where's the Doctor Who?
And then you should watch old Doctor Who episodes.
All right.
Bluebird. Oh, how could you?
So if you want to catch this 60 FPS action, you're going to need one of the following devices, because this is all it's available on right now. The iPhone, the iPad, the Apple Television, the Xbox Uno, the Fuego TV, the Samsung Tizen TV, and the Nintendo S-Switch.
I would assume that would also go up to the Xbox Scorpio.
I'd assume so.
Or the Xbox, whatever the newest one is.
Xbox X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
XX.
There you go.
And as Brad already alluded to, many streaming competitors already support 60 frames, including Sling, which does it for its ESPN channels. Oh, sports in 60 frames. Weird.
Weird.
DirecTV and
They do
YouTube
that?
TV as well.
What?
They do that?
Every channel's at least 60 frames per second. The only difference is either interlaced or progressive.
BE progressive.
BE progressive.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be SD until the friggin' apocalypse,
Till the day these doors shut forever.
and it'll only be because of lack of maintenance.
We can't get in anymore. Oh, man.
No, actually, I'll always be able to get in because I have a feeling
Doug
the
will be
door will
rattling
fall
that
off
door
first.
thinking it's locked, it's only jammed.
Man, I guess you're sending us a sign.
Do you have Alexa?
Could have told us. No, he does.
I do.
Do you like Gordon Ramsay?
He does. He does.
Say yes for the story.
Yes, I like Gordon Ramsay.
Good. Now, Gordon Ramsay can roast your food endeavors with the help of Alexa.
What?
Oh, because of that commercial, they're doing more with him.
Yeah, sort of. So there's a company called Ground
Grilled
Control.
cheese. The
How
name
you mean
is
it?
the recipe.
So a company called Ground Control that did the interactive audio behind the Biden's briefing, which I guess was a thing.
Sure.
Basically uses Joe Biden's voice to read the news. They've just released a new Alexa
Read it
skill.
in the voice. Read it in the voice.
I don't have a voice.
Yeah, read it in the do a voice.
I mean, using my voice.
No, use another voice.
Yeah, use
That's all- the only
Joe
one I
Biden's
know.
voice.
Use Joe Biden's voice.
He doesn't have a
I've
voice.
never even heard him talk once in my life.
You want to know why no one impersonates Joe Biden?
Well,
Because nobody's heard him talk.
Exactly.
there you go. So they've released a
That
new
was a good
Alexa
impression.
skill that brings the famous chef to your kitchen. Just say, Alexa, ask Gordon Ramsay what he thinks about my, and then whatever food. And then basically he's just going to critique your work by making fun of it and calling it crap.
What if you followed his
Well, if I wanted to do that, I'd just call one of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't
Except
need
for
Gordon
I'd
Ramsay
still
to
eat
do-
it. I'd be like, that tasted terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. No, give me a second one. It's
Yeah.
awful.
Google is reportedly working on a video game streaming service
Really?
because they can.
Because Steam
Reasons, and they have
isn't-
enormous
isn't big enough.
cloud, enterprise cloud software and
Yeah.
systems.
So they've been floating the idea for a streaming service for a while now, a couple years to be
Cloud has
exact.
been floating the idea.
The service is codenamed Yeti, and Google's apparently even testing. No,
That's Wookiee.
Wookiee. Apparently even testing
Impressive.
hardware for it as well. Might stream to a Chromecast, and they actually hired Phil Harrison last month, and he has
Who's
worked.
Phil Harrison?
He worked for Microsoft and Sony in their gaming divisions.
Okay.
So basically, he's like, "Well, you're done next." Okay. What? No, I think you're good on that.
What if he
What's
did?
wrong with the
Yeah, what's
Dreamcast?
wrong with the Dreamcast, huh?
Huh?
Everyone liked it.
I loved it.
Everybody.
Soul Calibur.
Alright, show of hands who had a Dreamcast.
Well, I didn't. I played his, so it's really. Shut up. I liked it a lot, though. I played it a lot.
Raise your hand for Kyle. He had one too.
Yeah, Kyle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way to go, Kyle.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kyle.
But don't get your hopes up because this whole thing was supposed to debut last year,
Yeah.
and it hasn't debuted yet.
Sad.
It's one of those things that keeps coming up in the meeting. Hey, shouldn't we do that video game streaming? Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
put,
we should.
Put
yeah,
Jensen
just
on
yeah,
that.
put that guy from Microsoft.
but we have. He's doing this other part. Well, let him do that
fine.
first.
Yeah, first, and then after,
afterwards
yeah, I
he
can
do
just
that,
take care of it.
you
It'll be
know.
fine.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Third quarter.
Yeah, third quarter.
Third quarter.
Don't know what year, but third quarter.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you because I'm pretty sure Brad's going to know the answer to
Okay.
this.
Yep. 17.
Pat?
This is Ask the Idiot. Yes.
42.
Pat,
What'd you?
actually my favorite number. What is the DSAC?
Huh?
DSAC.
It's DSAC.
It's DSAC. But what does DSAC stand for?
Distribution Allied Services Coordinators.
You got a little dyslexic in there. It's DSAC, not DASC.
It's DSAC?
Yes.
Sorry, it's Distributor Services According to Councils.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, no.
Cool. Well, that was the story.
Okay.
That was it.
Katoxi out there.
Yeah.
Good talk. Go get him, Tiger. Brad, what's DSAC?
What industry is this? Because I don't even know.
Well, it's no fun if I tell you, then you'll definitely know.
Eh.
I want to feel smarter than you for a minute.
Oh, a whole minute? We're just going to sit here in silence for a minute?
For 5 seconds, I want to feel smarter than you. Ah, that was nice.
All right.
And now I'm dumb again.
All right. So what's the field?
Out there.
Okay.
So space.
Oh,
See, Clay?
deep
Yeah.
space.
Oh.
Damn. But no?
No, you got it. Keep
Deep
going.
space. I want to say like
Come on,
astronomical.
hamster. Come on, hamster, run.
Astronomical survey. No. Deep space.
And survey starts with an S, not a C.
I know. Asteroid catcher.
That would be amazing.
That would be, wouldn't it?
It's just a big mitt.
Yeah. Deep.
It's just like into a trash can.
Deep space.
No, it would actually be like a shoulder
Yeah.
and an arm. That way there could be a messenger bag over it.
By
so
the
it'd
way,
be like,
that's how they're catching the fairings for SpaceX. By the way, they're making a giant catcher's mitt. Not even like I don't mean it's going to be like anthropomorphically, but that's actually what they're doing.
There's go.
Well, no, they have like the. I kid you not, they have the ship, and it's like a giant.
They brought up a really fucking big net.
Yes,
You're kidding me.
I am dead serious. So they have the ship,
Doesn't
and
even
it
bother
has like these arms that like stick way the hell out to the sides of it, but they look like those like fingers on like the claw machines.
Yeah.
Imagine 4 of those, just like way the hell open on like a boat, and it's gonna be like a net strung between them, in the back to catch the fairings.
And it's just gonna go.
Well, I don't think it's gonna close. I think it's gonna have a net suspended to catch the fairings. I'm gonna find a picture while you tell me what the hell the A and the C are for.
Oh, he'll tell you what the A is.
Good night, everybody.
bye, Brad. So Brad got the DS right. It's not Nintendo DS, but it is Deep Space. But the AC is Atomic Clock.
Okay.
So the
Deep Space Atomic Clock.
the Deep Space Atomic
Is
Clock.
it counting down from since the Big Bang?
They've been working on this, I think, like 20 years. So the JPL, or the Jet Propulsion Lab, has begun preparing it for launch this year after working on it for 2 decades.
2 decades. 20. That's 20 years.
That's true. So current space vehicles and observatories already use atomic clocks for navigation. They are, after all, some of the most accurate timekeeping devices ever. However, the way they work isn't ideal for use in vessels going beyond low Earth orbit. No,
Nope.
you're not plugged in.
Nope.
You can't talk yet.
I figured out what the A and the C are for.
Oh, yeah, what's that? Air conditioning? Deep
Yeah.
space air conditioning.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Air conditioning.
Yeah.
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 It's deep space air conditioning.
What did
Because
you?
it's warm in space.
It is hot.
Sometimes.
Well, if you're right next to the sun.
You need to chill it out a little bit.
Yeah, chill out, bro.
A lot of UV up there. Gotta be
Anyways,
careful.
Yeah, but AC doesn't stop UV.
So if you're not going to stay in a low Earth orbit,
No.
it's not ideal. So
What's
atomic clocks, the way they are today, need to be paired with ground-based antennas. The antenna sends a signal to a spacecraft, and the vessel sends them back to Earth. Now, the current clocks, the way they use the difference in time between sending and receiving a signal back and forth to calculate the vehicle's location, path, and velocity. So it's like, you're here, you're here, you're here, you're here. Okay, let's do some math. So you're going this fast, and this, and this, and blah, blah, blah.
And then it tells you it's 3:54 a.m.
Right, and then what it does is
Why
it doubles
are you
back,
up?
and it relays commands back to the vessel
Huh?
with a bunch of calculations saying, oh, well, this is what... Oh, well, that's a huge... Yeah.
Wait, they're actually going to catch
I'll catch
something.
you.
yeah.
What are they catching with that again?
The fairing. So the fairing is the part, the nose cone of the rocket that
No, I know what it is. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
that separates. Yeah. Anyways,
That's so dumb.
well, it costs $5 million.
That?
No, the fairing,
Why not you let it hit the water?
because then it would be damaged, and
Then it would go boom.
it would also be aluminum and salt water.
That's fine.
That's true.
No, aluminum mixes well with salt water. Stainless steel. Have it be stainless steel.
Heavy.
Yeah, I know. It'd be bigger splash. It's much cooler.
Zinc.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Fill it with potato chip bags. Yep. No flaw in my logic.
Hey, what else? Atomic clock.
Uh-huh.
Tick.
So those signals that are going back and forth travel at the speed of light. But even at the speed of light, that can take hours. So this new deep space atomic clock actually originates on the vehicle itself. And that's cool because that saves time.
Fancy.
Can I ask a question?
You can try.
Why can't I just figure out what time it is and just say, be like, that's the time, done?
Because it's space time.
What time is it in space right now?
No, way the fuck off from it.
When will that be now?
It's like 73:14.1. That's like the time right now up there.
Well, when's now?
Oh.
Now.
No.
Just missed it.
When?
Just missed it. No.
Oh,
Anyways,
Now's in the past. The future is gone.
that's true. So this clock solves the issue by being on board the spacecraft. It doesn't need to rely on two-way tracking. It can use the signal sent from Earth to calculate for its host position and velocity without having to toss the signal back.
And it's got a little wind-up handle, so it keeps clicking.
Nice. When's the cuckoo clock come out?
At 814.259.3-5.
Captain's log. Splash.
Splash.
So this new technology is the
taking a
size of about a 4-slice toaster.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. It's pretty small.
For a clock?
Yeah.
I got a clock that fits on my wrist. This is Brad.
It's not atomic yet.
So their ultimate goal for the JPL is to get a 0.03 nanosecond accuracy. Which
For
is pretty goddamn accurate.
0.03 for how over how long? Like over a day, a year? Like
Forever,
well, that's a long time.
right?
Yeah.
In the upcoming test that's going to launch later this year, success will be determined if the prototype can maintain accuracy within 2 nanoseconds.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty damn accurate if you ask me.
What are you doing?
Just there's a little condensate in the bottom, so I'm making a little more iced tea.
Okay.
ESPN, your source for
Stuff.
home shopping, I guess?
Sports.
Yeah, they are launching this spring their streaming service.
Yay.
It's going to be $5.
Really?
Yeah.
How dare they actually make it a reasonable price?
All right. They're going to have 10,000 live, regional, national, and international games and events per year, including baseball, hockey, soccer, and it's going to arrive along with a relaunch of the ESPN app this spring. So you're going to get a refresh and a new thing.
You know what I would be really intrigued about?
Tell me.
What's that?
Is if when Disney launches its instant streaming, if it starts to pull in all its own networks.
Might.
Because, I mean, they own ESPN, Marvel.
I mean, you think about it. That's basically what Netflix is doing right now. They've have so much original content
Right,
that now it's a destination platform.
right.
And so now is Disney going to do the same thing where they're a
Well, they
destination platform?
can.
They will have Marvel. They'll have Fox.
They'll have Disney. They'll have Fox. They'll have ESPN. They have
They have a lot.
They have a lot.
I think it's just going to be like now. It's going to be like a whole bunch of instead of it being cable, it'll be a lot of like disparate destination platforms.
Right. And which one is the best for what you want?
Right. What
And
you
right
want,
now,
what you really, really
and
want.
right now,
Uh-huh.
Disney's pretty much winning my vote. Because they have, I mean, you know me, they have all the Marvel stuff. They have.
They also now have, with the thing with Fox goes through, they'll also have Indiana Jones. Mm-hmm. We
know
can,
what-
we
you
can
know
forget that fourth movie existed.
You know what that means?
That's a rich universe.
That means that Han Solo could meet Indiana Jones.
Whoa.
Right?
I'm just saying that's a rich universe.
happen.
Like in the Indiana Jones universe, like I feel like if done right, that could be done Star Wars style.
Indiana Jones?
Yeah. Like who doesn't want to see the movie about Marcus Brody?
I don't.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, right?
Oh, I thought you were making the connection that since R2D2 and C3PO.
No.
No.
It's the same shared universe.
No. What I'm,
I mean, it
basically-
is. That's
well, it
fact,
is totally.
but-
Basically, what you're saying is you want young Indiana Jones, the television series.
Yeah.
Well, we already had that, but
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, it's like
But
that,
technically, Star Wars is going all Indiana Jones.
except better.
Yeah?
Despite your reservations, it's still better.
There were some good ones in there.
There's a few, yeah.
Wait, which one are we talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know anymore. I don't know. It's really we've hedged our bets all around. But no, for that, like, I think they could really, like
a movie a year kind of thing with Indiana
yeah,
Jones?
absolutely.
What, based on what?
Like, you look at, like, when the Indiana Jones movies came out. They came out at, like, such disparate intervals, and there's, like, you could, like, totally predate a whole bunch of the Indiana Jones stuff, because he was already clear, like, he was already a college professor. He had already been chasing treasure.
Right.
It's like when he ended up getting, like, the Golden Idol. Well, that was clearly not his first
No, he'd been
yeah,
through.
his first rodeo.
'Cause
We've established this
He
universe.
had come in prepared.
We established, like, you get those 3 movies there. They take place within about, like, 5 to 10 years of each other. Like, you've established this universe. You could reboot the whole universe. You could let those originals stand on their own.
Right.
But there's so much to do that. You could do like a comedic spin-off with, like, Marcus Brody and stuff like that, and you could get can't remember the guy, but essentially he was organizing all the Egyptian laborers. Played by John Rhys Davies. What the hell's his name? Sala, yeah, like you get like a Sala side movie, stuff like that. That is a rich universe.
I don't think it would work because they're not as developed as the Star Wars characters.
Yeah, but you could.
Insanely developed.
Yeah, that's like saying Han Solo is insanely developed. That is a brilliant point.
Okay, he might not be he's not developed.
As much as I love those films, they're not exactly richly nuanced.
What, the Indiana Jones?
Star
Wars, yeah, that too.
Yeah, but we've also only had one offshoot.
What, of what? Star Wars?
Yeah, other than the Christmas special.
Yeah, just a Rogue One, basically.
Yeah.
Which,
you know what I'm really excited for if they do it
what's that?
Ewok
films count?
is if they do
Do
it.
they? Do they count for anything? They don't really count. They count against.
Yeah. So I'd be really interested if they do an Obi-Wan movie
I'm sure they will.
with Ewan McGregor back in it.
That wouldn't be terrible.
No,
He's a good actor.
he's a good actor.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Is it?
Maybe. Question mark. Ampersand. Exclamation point.
Probably depends on how well Solo does.
Solo.
So go on.
When the new app launches, they're also going to include various college games, Grand Slam tennis, boxing, golf, rugby, and professional cuddling, which is evidently a sport.
Cuddling?
Cuddling.
I think it's curling.
Curling?
No, cuddling.
Cuddling.
I may have made that up.
Okay.
You're also going to have access to the full library of its 30 for 30 documentaries.
Ooh.
It'll be available iOS, Android, tvOS, and Chromecast, with
right,
others
cast.
following.
Cast.
I'm being sophisticated.
Okay.
And then with the ESPN app that's being relaunched, a lot of personalization, even more than you can already do now. Highlights and live video of cuddling.
You
Now-
know what happened to me a couple weeks ago?
You got pregnant.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I was actually looking for potentially a new bank, and I just walked into.
There's so many jokes I can make right here. I'm really this is the problem I have is choices.
Anyways, no, it's just I was curious, and I walked into a bank, and I said, well, if I were to open up an account here, what kind of accounts do you have at? And I'll tell you the bank I went to. It's at Santander Bank. Santander?
Oh, good. I was afraid it's a different type of bank.
No.
Anyways.
No, I'm frequent there. It's okay.
Yes, Santander.
They give blood and semen. Best if you combine them. You can get bonus. And the lady said to me, "Oh no, it's not Santander. It's Santander."
Oh.
And I said, "Well, I'm not gonna go here if that's the attitude."
Oh, you're like, and I'm gone.
Yep, you lost me.
Yeah.
I don't really care what you offer. Unlimited free checking where you can have a zero balance with no fee and.
You know what I say? Credit union.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
They're not FDIC secured, are they?
yes, they are.
They are?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Sure are.
Well, some might be and some might not be.
Check with your bank.
No.
Do you have an account more than $250,000?
No.
You're covered.
Not that you know of.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in your hidden drug money, I'm sure.
Hey, Rob? You want to unfreeze Doug? Cool.
Cute ass.
Just jiggle the handle a bit. It's like a leaky toilet.
Yes.
Just jiggle. Doug, freeze Doug.
Doug.
Freeze, Doug.
We're now Doug free.
Now, what else we got for tech news?
I was going to do Doug.
Oh, we're going to do
Get a
Doug?
little break to the monotony.
Yeah.
I think Doug's going to do us.
Giggity.
Doug,
Do
tell
it.
us about the sports.
Okay.
Sports.
Sports.
with Doug.
Doug Sports, Doug.
The Oh My Picks, which is a Not So Late Show classic, which is apparently, I'm told, because the graphic was misspelled. It's the Neil Armstrong of the Not So Late Show. Or was it Nell Armstrong? Was it Nell Armstrong? That's even better. Yes, by the way, our Christmas tree, that is absolutely, that's not a photograph. Our Christmas tree is still up. The Oh My Picks. So the NHL did not let its players play in the Olympics this year, which means the Olympic men's hockey tournament is full of amateurs. Amateurs in the Olympics. What in the name of Sugar Lynn Beard is going on with the men's Olympic hockey tournament? So the men's Olympic hockey tournament features amateurs this year because you cannot use, none of the countries can use NHL players. I like it. All right, he opted not to participate, so we'll flesh this out a little bit. All right, so nobody can use NHL players, so you have to search for players elsewhere, like in the American Hockey League, the American minor leagues, guys who intentionally did not play in the NHL this year so they could play in the Olympics. But you can still use players from the Swedish Elite League and the KHL, the Russian league. We'll get to that in a moment. But we actually like it. Look, it'd be great to find out if the American pros, the best American players, how they stack up against the best players from the other Olympic teams. Yes, that would be a lot of fun. It's true. And I do not doubt how hardcore these guys are about playing for their country. Absolutely. But for the pros, there are other things out there. Winning a Stanley Cup and cash money, contract negotiations. So the Olympic medal is not the only thing. With the quote-unquote amateurs, this may be the only attention these guys ever get. They may not make the pros. They may never make any money. They may have to play overseas just to feed their families. This is the big moment for many of them, and it's just a lot of fun. The optics are better, and it's just a lot of fun to see a bunch of no-names scramble to try and win a medal. So I think that's a lot cooler. Now, that said, you can't use NHLers, but you can use pro players from all these other great leagues. So you get a situation like we had yesterday where Slovenia is playing an OAR team, the Olympic athletes from Russia, that features such notable superstars, you heard me, as Ilya Kovalchuk, and you have Slovenia saying, oh, God, how'd this happen? Nothing from the booth? No, that's it. It's a non-participatory Rob this afternoon. That's it.
Well, thank you.
Who knew Rob was playing for the NHL? Anyways.
Yeah, but it's true, because if they use pros, it's like, it becomes what the NBA is. It's,
Right.
Or not the NBA, but the Olympic basketball.
Yeah, Olympic basketball, where it's basically the NBA All-Star team.
Right. Where,
Coached by Mike Krzyzewski.
Right, but where like, what was it, the Dream Team?
KRZYZEWSKY. Yeah.
Where, what was it? Patrick Ewing said he got a call from Charles Barkley, and he said, hey, you want to go over and, to where, I forget where the Olympics were. He's like, you want to go over there and just eat a bunch of food? Oh, by the way, we have to play in the Olympics. He's like, yeah, sure, let's go. And then they just won some gold medals.
Details.
Ah,
That's a gold medal.
That's all I
Yeah.
got.
By the way, curling. Everyone's watching curling, right?
No.
No one's watching curling?
I watched curling
I
yesterday.
watched
Yeah.
it a little bit, but
It's I'm telling you, like it's true. It's like
Ice
like 10 seconds in, you're like boring. Then like after 10 minutes, you're like, you turned the handle too much on that one. It's going a little bit in. And then after like half an hour, he's like, he's got 3 rocks in the hole. He's gonna knock that off to the center. Oh God! Oh God! That's how it happens. That's how it happens. And everyone goes to their local curling place for 2 months after the Olympics, and then they're forgotten about, and then until cobwebs grow to the next Olympics.
yeah.
Norfolk.
Yeah, is there one in Norfolk?
Yeah.
We should go.
Norfolk
We should do a
Curling
remote from there.
They actually have an open house tomorrow, 10 to 4, I believe.
Do they really? Interesting.
I'm gonna be in New York
I'm going to be coordinating food for the Lion.
already.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do it early, do it often.
Meeting Frank tomorrow, actually.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
Tell him I said hi.
we'll do.
Tell him I said I like his burgers.
Sounds good. He doesn't make
I
burgers.
thought that was Bob.
He did.
Bob's Burgers.
Bob
Yeah.
made burgers.
Yes, he did.
I I have something that I want to say.
Say what you say. Say what you really want
It's
to
gone.
say.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Well.
What else we got, Jay?
Google is making it easier for 911 to find you an emergency. Because evidently 911 can't do it.
He's here.
So Google's going to do it for you.
Okay.
Uh,
You are here. You are dead. Never mind.
disregard. Aw.
Disregard.
So when you call 911 from a cell phone, your location is typically sent to the call taker by a wireless carrier. So wireless carrier can either say, hey,
It's
here's...
somewhere by these cell towers, right?
Yeah, so here's pinpoint accuracy. And then other phones are like, here's the cell phone tower that they're pinging off of. And you're like, well, that helps greatly. Thanks.
They are in this 4-town
They're
radius.
they're here-ish.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
laugh. It happens. Anyway, my belt is digging in and it hurts.
It's
Anyway,
from the cookies.
it probably is. Google might have a better way of doing it, and it just tested its system across a few states in December and January. In those states, Google sent location data from a random selection of 911 callers using Android phones straight to the people taking those calls. The test included nearly 51,000 call centers that covered around 2.4 million people in Texas, Tennessee, and Florida. And the early results are saying that it's very promising. Let's see. One company involved said the tests were over 80% accurate. For 80% of the 911 calls where Google system was used, the tech giant's location data was more accurate than the wireless carriers provided data. Let's see.
Just basically good news for 911.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yay.
They also said that while the carrier data location estimates had, on average, a radius of around 522 feet, Google's data gave estimates with radii, which I now know how to spell, by the way, around 121 feet. So
That's much better.
much better. Let's see. Google's data also arrived more quickly than the carrier data, and that's awesome too, because you're not just sitting there. It's like any minute now we'll get an update. Woohoo!
You know what I'm befuddled by?
What's that?
Why Tim Tams have a proof of purchase? Like, generally you'd want to hide the fact that you ate an entire sleeve of Tim Tams.
No,
Let me see.
no, I'm proud.
I'm just saying.
I'm proud.
You know, like, did you have a bulletin board? Like, someone cuts these out and staples. Like, it's got even a little like dashed outline, like you're supposed to cut it out. What am I supposed to do with that? Just like staple it to a board?
Maybe they use it for like the school things. You know, like
For I can benefit an Australian school somewhere.
yeah.
All right. Here's your Tim Tam receipt.
We got
Yeah.
8 minutes and 3 stories, right?
All right, let's go.
All right. The FDA has approved a blood test that determines the severity of a concussion, which is going to be very good for the human race.
Yay!
So right now, if you get a concussion, basically you can either do a neurological test and or a CT scan.
How will they tell?
Asking.
They scan.
there you go.
They scan you. Yeah, they
But-
ask you, "How are you feeling?"
Great.
I feel purple.
I can taste windows. CT scans can only detect bleeding or swelling on the brain, and for injuries that are more minor but still serious, those scans aren't terribly useful. And if a CT scan doesn't spot anything, in many cases they don't, the person undergoing the scan has been subjected to unnecessary radiation and usually an unneeded expense. Because CT scans cost lots of money.
Yes, they do.
They do indeed. Neurological tests, which take some time to complete, aren't always accurate since the medical professional conducting it doesn't always have the patient's baseline performance to compare it to. Because, like,
Oh, he's hurt.
yeah, it's like, hi, I just got into a concussion doctor I've never met in an emergency room. It's
I
like,
just
oh,
got
let's
into
do
a
this stuff.
concussion.
Right.
Like, I don't know if he always does this or that, so that's bad. So
Does
now,
he always lick the wallpaper?
Always.
more often than
Yeah,
not.
I can't. I wouldn't. If I ever got the worst person to have at a hospital, if I ever got a concussion, to see if the answers were right, would probably be Brad. Because I'd be like, "Is that answer right?" I'd be like, "Yep, he's right on. His mom's name is definitely Bruce."
Well, if it's Jenner, then it could be.
I mean, they'll be like, "Yeah, he definitely has a dog called Dino." That's him.
So
Everyone's got a dog named
his-
Dino.
What he had for dinner last night, he as a matter of fact, Doc, he
Tim
had,
Tams. Look, I have the proof of purchase.
No,
That's
I mean,
true.
he did eat a whole bowl of sauerkraut. That's
did.
all he ate.
It's true.
He's fine, Doc. Just give him to me. I'll take him home.
So
Yeah,
similarly, when you're having a heart attack, your
You
body
show-
produces proteins that
You show them also show them the proof of Tim Tams.
And they'll be like,
That's true.
a heart
Also
attack, heart
proof of
attack,
heart attack, yeah.
Okay.
So when you have
Beep.
when you have a heart attack, your heart releases proteins that say, "I'm dying. This sucks." So now, similarly with a brain injury, the brain also releases
Yeah, probably secretes
proteins.
some sort of different
Those
food.
are
Yeah.
dying brain cells. Yay!
It has 2 different proteins that it releases after a head injury. This test is able to predict the presence of a brain lesion 97.5% of the time,
Wow.
and correctly determine who didn't have lesions 99.6% of the time.
Wow.
And the lesions themselves, just to clarify, that's what causes the concussion?
Well, it's a result of the.
yeah.
Okay.
We are lesions.
So the test is called the Brain Trauma
You are
Indicator.
concussed.
Oh, yes.
And it's only approved for adults right now, but they're going to conduct tests for children.
So they take some blood and they can figure it out.
They took a 2x4.
And the person who's taken the most interest in this, U.S. military.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Oh, I would be with all the concussive force that they.
Yeah, you
have to
gotta
deal with.
run over an IED or something like that. That's instant concussion.
Or
So-
even just training to be an engineer. Just, oh, good, we're going to be around explosives all day.
All day. So you've heard of cryptocurrency?
Have.
Well, cryptocurrency is kind of...
Bombing.
No. It's
Booming?
kind of dicking something that a lot of people are trying to do.
Global
Blockchain.
No, it's
Did you
kind
say
of
the blog chain?
Blockchain.
Okay, I was going to say, no, blogs are kind of dead.
it's kind of dicking people looking for alien life.
Why?
Because instead of people using their computers to sort through radio signals through the SETI screensavers, they're using it to hash the math problems to get another
data
Bitcoin.
mining, yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, graphics cards and their onboard memory and stuff are
GPU, yeah.
their GPUs or graphic processing units are excellent at mining cryptocurrency. All these people who are mining because they're saying that this is the next best thing, this is the new currency that's coming out, which it could very well be. I can't tell the future. They're buying up graphics cards like they're going out of style,
Yep.
and companies cannot keep up. But SETI, which is the Search for Extraterrestrial Life, I don't know how you got an IS7L, but could have been SETL instead of SETI, but whatever. They have the money, they want to expand 2 of their facilities,
But they can't.
and they can't because they cannot get their hands on these graphic processing units,
Which is pretty crazy.
which is crazy. So, yeah.
So,
The Berkeley SETI alone has 100 GPUs
That's it?
by itself. Well, they want to expand, but they can't because
Well,
there's no
shenanigans.
fucking
It doesn't
GPUs.
sound like a lot, but all right. All right, well, Jay, it's that time of the show again.
I still have one more story, and we still have 3 minutes.
All right. Chug it. Chug.
Yeah. So YouTube TV, you're now getting TBS, TNT, Cartoon Network, CNN, and paying $5 more a month. So right now, YouTube TV, $35 a month. It's going to be bumping up to $40 as of March 13th.
Don't lock me out.
So if you subscribe to
I wouldn't
YouTube
I
TV
recommend
now,
entering it wrong.
they will keep you at the $35. Once March 13th comes, it's going to get bumped to $40. But if you're already there and you already have the thing, your bill is not going to increase.
Hooray!
YouTube is also adding NBA TV and the Major League Baseball Network as well.
Neat.
All right, now you can do shameless plugs.
All right, youtube.com/NSLSTV, facebook.com/NSLSTV, twitter.com/NSLSTV, and
You can email us.
email at nslstv@gmail.com. Hey, Jay, what'd you learn today?
We're never going to meet aliens.
Pat, what'd you learn today?
That this is really cool.
I know, right? I got a wireless charger for it now, too.
Really?
Yeah.
So you
It's a little battery puck. It's cool. You know what I learned today?
What'd you learn today?
That apparently I was the only one who knew how to properly eat Tim Tams.
Well,
That
actually,
feels-
you weren't. The Australians were.
Well, in presence today.
You're the first American.
America. Bringing Australia to America. I also learned that Doug does or does not like Olympic hockey. Does this mean you like it, Doug? So you like Olympic hockey?
Yes.
You know what else I learned? I learned that Doug, on prop bets,
It's not bad.
I think I'm going to give him actual money just to do prop bets next year.
I got a 70.
Yeah, that's a
That's passing.
that I think we should just give Doug $100 and like do like $10 a bet on prop bets next year.
I'm terrible at that stuff.
Yeah, 70%.
70%. That's awful. That's awful.
And 3 of them.
Going orange Gatorade though. Orange Gatorade.
Orange Gatorade, but it depends on who's in it. It depends on who's in it, Doug. You can't just willy-nilly that Gatorade.
See, I'd be a
See, you went blue
dick.
this year. You thought it was going to be Patriots blue, Tide Pod blue.
I'd be a dick. I'd like go
Why is
look
that?
at the Vegas bets before if I were that coach and be like, oh, I have to wear
Can
this
you imagine
color.
if you're the announcers? You're like, Tom Brady, Tom Brady. Okay, my bets come in.
It's like
And,
8,000.